Ma'am, can the PPT also be shared, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Sure, sir. A pleasant morning to all. It's my immense pleasure to welcome you all to this 5 days national level webinar on education in COVID-19, opportunities and challenges. Dear participants, kindly note, mute your microphone and turn off your video for better network connection. Don't present your screen during the session. Kindly pin Dr. M. Neela's presentation in the participants list to view the PPT. If you have any queries, you can post it in the chat box. Thank you. May I now call upon Dr. J. Tamilchelvi, Head Department of Business Administration, Kaveri College for Women Autonomous, to welcome and to introduce the resource person. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Neela. Happy morning to all. First, I would like to thank God for this amazing day and for every opportunity you have given to us. I'm extremely grateful to thank our role model management, and I'm pleased to welcome our dynamic Madam Principal, Dr. Mrs. P. Sujata. She's a woman of which you must know. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our today's resource person, Dr. Kolishna Srinivas, Associate Professor, KL Business School, KL Dean to the University, Andhra Pradesh. Dr. Kolishna Srinivas has a comprehensive work experience of about 17 years in corporate and academics. Besides being a double postgraduate, he was awarded with his doctorate degree in 2017. He is always proud of his beautiful family and he is a person who gives utmost importance to relationships. He started his career as an audit assistant in an audit firm and entered into corporate banking sector as an officer in ICICI Bank in 2006. Subsequently, he held various designations and posts in IndusInd Bank, HDFC Bank, and Axis Bank. He started his journey of training and development when he got an opportunity to work with Times of India Group as a faculty for banking and soft skills in 2015. His expertise in soft skills and employability skills was instrumental in materializing placement opportunities for about 250 students in Times Square, and the success tree is still continuing. His passion towards teaching and research made him start his academic career in 2017 when he got selected as an associate professor of HRM and banking in KL University for KL Business School. Besides teaching, he also looks after placements for KL Business School. He kick-started his research journey with 5 focus publications, besides getting appointed as reviewer for few journals, including Emerald Publishing. Teaching has always been his passion, where he enjoys being with students always and proudly says, "My students are my strength." I welcome you, sir. Winning has a value for ego, but participation has value for life. I'm happy to welcome our today's valuable participants for the webinar. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thanks for the wonderful introduction. I'm really a bit thankful for the same. Good morning, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Winners don't do different things. They do things differently. We are honored in this morning by the presence of our today's resource person. May I now request our today's resource person, Dr. Kolashina Srinivas, Associate Professor, KL Business School, KL deemed to be University, Andhra Pradesh, to take over the session. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Neela. Thanks for the wonderful introduction and also giving the session to me. A very happy morning to all of you. As you already know, I'm Dr. K. Srinivas, working as Associate Professor in KL deemed to be University. And today I would like to talk to you on one aspect which has been bothering the minds of students, particularly in this pandemic situation, whether our employability will be intact and whether we will be able to prosper ahead by getting through this particular situation. Okay, so I thought let me just speak to you, speak to the students and the fellow faculty fraternity on enhancement of employability quotient and Be Life Ready. So one thing I just want to tell you people that this session would be an interactive session. At times, I will definitely welcome the participation from various people to just give their views. And one more thing I just wanted to tell you is this will not be a traditional session wherein I'll just be giving you all the inputs on how you get trained for for employability, aptitude, reasoning, or whatever. But I can definitely ensure that this session will definitely leave you after this particular session. You will definitely have a takeaway saying that there is something different that we have definitely got. Okay, so let's just go start the session here. Ma'am, can I have the next slide?
Yes.
So, after having seen the title, the enhancement of employability quotient and Be Life Ready, let us just see what actually means. Next, ma'am. Employability quotient. What does it mean? Employability quotient is the sum total of all those attributes or qualities that make a particular person to be ready to be employable with an employer. Right. So it can be the skill set that he or she want to have, or else it can be the set of qualities that they already have, and it can be the optimum combination of these qualities mixed with skill set and mixed with an approach to get a job in a particular company. And then the next one is life ready. What actually does it mean? Across life, we will be coming across different situations in which our academic life, our professional life, and personal life are integral parts. So across these three lives, across these three phases of life, if at all we get to know those qualities which we have to adapt, which we have to get in ourselves, so that we can easily face any challenges coming across all these three phases of life, then we'll be the happiest souls. Right. So being life ready does mean that being ready to face situation, to face challenges in any of the situation, be it in your be it in your childhood, be it in your academic life, be it in your personal life, or be it in your professional life. Right. Okay. Next slide, ma'am. Generally, whenever we talk about employability, we generally think that it's all the skill set which matters, wherein a lot of people keep on talking about the growth, the knowledge, and also the learnings that you have to undergo, the advanced training modules that you need to get trained upon, and then the experience that you have already have, and the competency level, the way, the extent to which you can compete with others, and the training that is needed, and also of your abilities. This in general is not by each and everyone when they talk about employability. But here we will see something else which is equally and which is relevantly more important than knowing what are the skill set and what are the qualities that we have. Okay, so I request you people to just have a glance on this slide, and then so that we can just move to the next slide in 1 minute. Next slide, ma'am. Yes. So after having seen what actually are those things which contribute to our skill set, let us just see what actually matters. Now it's time to focus on what actually matters. Okay, so have some aspects in your mind wherein we will be seeing one-on-one in the in our next lines, wherein we will be discussing across, and I want few people to be interactive in this particular session. Can I have the next slide, ma'am? One click, ma'am. Yes. So I request all of you to just have a thorough view of all these particular images that I am showing you. Next, ma'am. You can have 3 more clicks, ma'am. Yes. Yes. So have glance at all these pictures, wherein they do have relevance to what actually matters us most. What do we need to concentrate upon? And then slowly I'll be revealing what actually does I mean by showing you each and every image that what I have shown. I would just request you people to have a glance and think in yourself for a fraction of 30 seconds so that we can continue the session. Yes. So now I want a few people to just tell me what actually they do mean by these particular images. Any of the image you can select and then just tell a word about that. If you are unable to unmute, you can. Yes, ma'am.
So good morning, sir. I'm Sophia from Kaveri College for Women.
Yes, ma'am.
So first one tells that we have to identify ourselves,
Good.
and second one we have to do to-do list and we have to follow that.
Mm-hmm.
Third, fourth picture says that we have to feel confident in ourselves. We have to be
Mm-hmm.
confident.
Correct.
Next, next I don't know, sir. And sixth picture is accomplishing our task.
Very good, ma'am. Excellent, excellent. I really
Thank you.
appreciate. Anyone else would like to add here?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, madam.
I'm Sivagama Sundari from Kaveri College for Women.
Hi,
And
ma'am.
I think so. The third picture is analyze ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the fifth picture is what is the drawbacks and plus points behalf of self. So we have
Mm-hmm.
to clear ourselves. I think so, sir. It's my opinion.
Great, ma'am. Thanks for sharing. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, two more chances for people. I can take two more. Express yourself. Come out and say what actually do you think of these particular images. It would be nice to hear you people. Anyone else?
Good morning, sir. Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes. Good morning, sir. Hello.
Sir, sir.
Yeah, I'm simply sorry for the disconnection. I just
No
disconnected and
issues.
got
No
reconnected.
issues.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Please go on.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Myself, Dipsya Goswami from Assam. Sir, the picture last one is indicating that we should have a goal in our life.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any images, ma'am, that you want me to read?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So, who's the last one to whom we'll be privileged to hear? One last intellect who can express themselves.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
Hello, sir. Sir, in my viewpoint, the first one says that first we have to look at my. Sorry, sir. I didn't introduce myself. Myself, Sneha Mohanta from Guwahati University.
Hi, Ms. Neha.
So, sir, in my viewpoint, it says that first one need to see themselves, and then they have to find out what's good in them. Then they have to check what's not present in them, and then they have to be confident about it, that what's not present, and then they have to measure themselves with the thing if something is not good, and if something is good in them, they should be confident regarding that, and then they should be pursuing with that thing into their aim, and then just mark at their aim, that we say the bullseye.
Very well said, ma'am. You are almost there. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
So we just heard to four participants, four intellects who have shared their opinions on this particular images. So this is what is called perception. So everyone will have their own perception, the way they feel when they see something, and it's always advisable to just have those conversational exchanges so that we can have the particular sharing of thoughts and ideas of each other. Right. So having listened to them and having discussed about this, let us just see what actually these images mean as per my purview. Okay, ma'am, can just move ahead. The first one is communicate. So what actually is you need to communicate here? Whenever we talk about employability, whenever we talk about being placed, whenever you talk about a job, whenever we talk about a career, the first thing and the first and foremost thing which comes to our mind and which is told by each and everyone is communication. So what actually you need to communicate here? To whom you need to communicate here? So as someone said that we just need to identify ourselves, it does mean that yes, Shivani just told that self-talk, yes, we have to talk to ourselves for. For example, if I take myself as a 20-year-old person who has been on this world for the last 2 decades, let me just question myself that in all these 20 years, for how much time did I really think and see myself that what are the best qualities that I do have? How much time did I actually spend thinking that what are the best qualities that make me unique from others? Right. So you can just have the answers in your mind. You can have the approximate time in your mind. And sometimes some of the participants in my sessions may even say that we hardly spent any time on it. Right. So communicating with ourselves is the essence of the life, and we always need to know ourselves before we actually venture upon knowing others. We should always know what we are strong at, and we should be able to display those qualities in all the gatherings that we go, whether it is in our school life, whether it is in our personal life, whether it is in our professional life. Okay, so the first image I learned to communicate to myself. Next one, ma'am. Identify. So after communicating with myself, I tend to identify what are the best qualities that I do have. Right. So till now, I may be thinking that I'm not a particular person who can just go and mingle with each and everyone. But if at all, I have I'm just looking into myself and just seeing all the instances that happened in my life. I was quite sociable, wherein I always enjoyed being with people. For the last 1 or 2 years, because of some situations, I might have got myself reserved, but this is not what I am. Right. So this is what is needed to communicate to ourselves and then identify what actually are those core and unique qualities that make us different from others. Next one, ma'am. Rephrase or redefine or reinvent yourself. So once you have identified the core or unique attributes, you may need to, if there is any change of list, any change in the list of qualities, you may need to have a rephrase for yourself. For example, if I need to tell about myself, someone asks you, who are you? Or if I need to give an answer for a question like, who am I? I may give an answer today. After 2 weeks, if I have a session like this, where I was asked to think of myself and identify the core qualities, I may have another definition for myself. So rephrase your definition for yourself. In this instance, I may say that I'm Dr. K. Srinivas, who is a proud child of blessed parents who has been enjoying his self-esteem and being successful in his career, blessed with a good friend circle. So I have touched upon my academics, I have touched upon my friends, I have touched upon my family, I have touched upon my qualities. So I may think that this is what this is how I can define myself. So now, after communicating more to myself, I may change my particular definition. So here I just wanted to give an example. Whenever you just go for interviews or whenever you prepare yourself for the placements or any job interviews, the first one everyone will ask to prepare you is your self-description. And observe carefully your self-description. You just record your self-description 2 or 3 times continuously, and you will definitely observe that your self-description is different in all the 3 times. The description that you give for yourself will not be the same when you are giving the same description after 1 or 2 minutes. So try to have it intact. When can we have it intact? Only when we identify ourselves and when we know ourselves. When we really feel that I am proud of myself because I know myself, so that no one can question my integrity in myself. Right. The next one, ma'am. So after communicating with me, with myself for a considerable period and identifying the core qualities and rephrasing or redefining myself, now I just got that particular boosted confidence in myself, wherein now I feel that I'm really confident of myself and I can prove myself. That feeling should definitely be there in the mind of each and every person. The moment you have that particular feeling, you will definitely feel like you are blessed on this earth and you can take up any challenge. Next to me. Leverage. This particular term is very common to people. That is, people from commerce background or accountancy background or people from financial background may know this particular term, leverage. What actually this particular leverage does mean? Optimally utilizing things what we do have, depending upon the strengths that we have, and then using them to the best possible extent. Okay, so I will just ask you back. So you are communicated with yourself and have identified the attributes and rephrased your definition for yourself, and now you are confident. So now you take advantage of this confidence in all your job interviews or in all your conversations with people, in all your group discussions, in your class, in your interactions with your friends, relatives, wherever. And last but not the least, next one, ma'am. Effective. What do you mean by effectiveness? If you have met your target, you are effective. Right. So by taking all these inputs and by leveraging upon the confidence that you have got in yourself, now you can be effective. That means you can get that particular job. You can crack the job interview, and you can be recruited by the best company in the best job role. Being effective does mean in our personal life, you can be a more sought-after person in a group of gathering among your relatives, among your family members. Now that you are confident and you can speak to each and everyone and can definitely make them know what actually you are. Okay, so this is what I just wanted to tell you of all these images. I will just give you 2 minutes of time to just go through all these images, and then I urge you people to just pick up the first letter from each and every word that we have seen. The first, if you pick up first letter from each and every word below the image, you will get one more word, and I would request someone to just speak out what actually is that word. Yes, Ms. Shivani, it's circling. So communicate, identify, rephrase, confidence, leverage, and being effective makes you to have a comprehensive circle of thought in which you can have yourself across your life. Okay. So can I move on to the next slide? Yes. So let's sum up. Let's sum up. Next slide, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please pause here. The circle of thought. So the C in communication gives us the communicate with yourself. So as I already discussed, you always try to communicate to yourself and do try to spend at least 15 minutes or half an hour to communicate with yourself on each and every day. You may think that when I will get time. I always think of my favorite actor. I always think of my favorite actress. I always think of a legendary person. I always think of my friend. I always think of my parents or whatever. Then how can I? When can I get time to think about myself? You might think about yourself when you have got up, or when you are about to go to your bed, or when you are traveling to your office, traveling to your college. Anywhere at any point of time, just give 10 to 15 minutes of your time to communicate with yourself. Next one, ma'am. After communicating with yourself, you're identifying your unique attributes. As I already said, attributes does mean the unique qualities that you have. Next. Rephrase your description and increase. Next, ma'am. Confident level. Next two, please, ma'am. Next one also. Yeah. So communicate with yourself, thereby identify the unique attributes that you have within you, and then rephrase your description and increase the confidence levels. Leverage upon that particular changed pattern of confidence in yourself and try to be effective always. So this should be the circle of thought in which you should be having your mind across your life, so that be it employability or be it adaptability, be it sociability. What means sociability? To be able to mingle within a group. What means adaptability? Any situation across your personal or professional life, you will be able to adapt yourself. So any of these particular abilities that you just want to have a preference in your life, owing to your professional, personal, or any other life, you can have a mastery on the same if your circle of thought is intact. So try to remember this particular circle of thought. Communicate, identify, rephrase, or relook. You can even take it as relook, and then confidence, leverage, and then effective. Next slide, ma'am. Now, I've seen what we generally think that employability does in employability needs, that we have seen the skills which we get by having training, by having knowledge and all that. And then we have seen what actually the circle of thought is all about. Now, if I say that I am considerably employable, then there will definitely be one thing more for what we have to do to get employed in this particular arena of virtual. Okay, so how do I get employable? How to become more employable? So can I have the next slide? You can always be employable if you know the need of the hour. What actually is the need of the hour? If you are a graduate, if you are a business management graduate, and if you are aspiring to just do your professional degree in management like MBA or any master's in MHRM or any other master's degree in management, then the need of the hour would be the passion that you have towards your objective in life. If you are aspiring for a particular course, why do you just want to go there? In this particular arena, wherein in this particular dynamic competitive world, there are few things that I just wanted to share with you, which actually makes you to just get updated as per the need of the hour. Apart from conceptually Apart from conceptually good, apart from being technically good, that means apart from being good in the concepts that you have learned, you have to be technologically aligned. In this particular virtual world, you have to be technologically aligned. You should be able to use the technology like how people are using it outside. Till now, we have been going to physical classes. Now we are having these classes across Google Meet, Zoom, Google Classrooms. So there are a lot of avenues to which we are communicating with people. So you should be able to grasp that particular aspects wherein you should be able to communicate. You should be able to use those technological aspects, and then you should be able to give the particular confidence to the interviewer that I know the technological aspects and I can very well be suitable for the job that you are looking for. And then in this particular competitive world, there is one particular word which is getting combined to each and everything. For example, if you are aspiring for a management degree called MBA, if you see that there are few specializations like marketing, finance, HR, and other specializations, there is one word which is getting attached to these specializations called analytics. Right. So you should definitely be having minimum knowledge in business analytics if you want to be employable yourself at the first instance. Be it marketing analytics, be it business analytics, be it HR analytics, be it finance analytics. You have to combine the particular analytics word with each and every concept that you are studying, and you have to be ready because analytics is the need of the hour. Every company has lots and lots of data which it wants to analyze and get certain results. So people or experts who are able to or who can analyze all those data and then give the apt result to the companies, they are preferred like anything. So business analytics is one thing which you have to be very careful about. And an awareness on the contemporary trends. What actually is happening around me? How the world is changing in this particular pandemic? What actually is the phase of change that is happening? We are moving to the personal interaction to virtual interaction. So how it is going to affect? If I'm going to attend an interview now, will that interview be in person, face-to-face interview, or a virtual interview? If it is a virtual interview, the person may be able to see me or might not be able to see me. So how I can express myself, how I can prove myself before the interviewer so that I can grab that particular job at the particular instance. And last but not the least, you need to have an industry analysis. What actually is a trend in this particular industry? For example, if I am opting for software industry job, then ma'am, just being. So if I'm opting for a software industry job, that means a software job, then I should see what actually is happening in the software industry. What actually is the pattern of employee engagement, employee retention, and employee attrition? Is there the list of companies who are laying off their employees just like that because of the pandemic situation? Or else are there opportunities which are still there with some companies where they are looking for some experts in the area of business analytics, in the area of cloud computing, in the area of big data or whatever? So all these things you have to just keep in mind because they are the need of the hour. If you are able to grab these things and if you can be ready, then you will definitely be employable by each and every employer who comes and sees your candidature. So to sum up what I said, in the need of the hour, you should be technologically aligned. You should have analytics. You should have basic knowledge of analytics. You should be aware of the contemporary trends, and you should do an industry analysis before you aspire on a particular industry. Can I have the next slide, ma'am? Right. So after doing all this, whenever I just want to go for a job interview, before I go to a job interview, few things that I need to do so that I can definitely be successful always and always. So what are those things that you need to do? You have to own up the job profile. So when a job profile is being given to you, you have to own up and you have to think that you are already working in that particular job profile so that whatever the qualities that you have in yourself, you have to match them. before you attend, be very careful. Please listen to me carefully. Before you go to a job interview, you have to just look at what are those qualities in you which can match the requirements of this particular job. The job profile is before you. You have all those. You have the inputs like what are the requirements of the particular job, and now you have to match those requirements to the qualities that you have in person, which you have already decided in your circle of thought. So once you have made a compatibility, a matching between your skills and requirements, then you can, next ma'am, empathize the interviewer. That means for this particular profile, for this particular job, what can be the possible questions that can be asked by the interviewer. So empathy does mean that looking from others' point of view or putting ourselves in other shoes. If you yourself can actually make yourself to sit in a particular interviewer chair and then say that these can be the possible questions that can be asked by the interviewer, the answers are already there within your mind. So this can be the best preparation that you can have before you just go to an interview. You have the job profile there, you have the job requirements there, you have already matched your job requirements with your qualities you have, and now you are probably you're also analyzing the probable questions that can be asked by the interviewer, wherein you have the answers in your mind. Next one. Be Mr. or Miss Cool. That means be cool. Nothing happens. If you are losing that opportunity, nothing happens. If you are getting the particular opportunity, you will be the happiest soul. If you are not getting it, the earth will not shake under your foot. Right. So be at your best cool and then give your answers, so that your considerable confidence makes you to be stable in the interview. In the interview, whenever we are whenever we are answering the questions, you have to just take care of the listening and speaking skills. The speed with which we listen, if the speaking and thinking rate, if at all you are balancing it, then you can be the best performer in the interview. We listen and we already start to frame the answers. So if you are balancing your speaking and thinking skills, then you will be the best performer across interviews. So keep you cool and listen to the question and then start thinking. You can take a pause of 5 to 10 seconds before answering a question. That is allowed in each and every interview. You need not worry about it. You need not bounce upon an immediate answer. Next one. So after owning up the job and empathizing the interviewer, being Mr. or Miss Cool, give your best. Every interview, after you just come out, you need to have the particular satisfaction that yes, I did do my best. This is the best shot that I have given, and now I will leave the rest to the interviewer and also to God. Next one. So give your best, leave the rest, and then next. All the best. Okay, so can I have the next line? So few things that I just want to make you to be taken away from this session is never doubt your abilities even for a moment. That is a sin that you will be committing there. Never doubt your abilities even for a moment. You should be confident of your abilities and you should be confident of performing across. Next one. Do have faith in your abilities. When you have faith, then only you will be able to prove yourself. Next. Be humble and reasonably confident. I know myself. I have understood my unique attributes. I have rephrased my definition for myself. I am confident. That should not look as a overconfidence. So be humble, be what you are, be Mr. Cool, and then you be reasonably confident. Next. Be successful and do prosper across. So if you are doing all this, you will definitely be successful and you will be growing to unscalable heights in your career. Next, which is more important, And next, ma'am. Never forget that. Next, ma'am. You are the best. So never doubt your abilities even for a moment. It will be a sin that you are doing. Do have faith in your abilities. Be humble and reasonably confident. Be successful and do prosper across. And never ever forget that you are the best. You should have the particular confidence in your mind that I am the best in this world. At the same time, you should not be overconfident. If you think that you like yourself, you love yourself, and you are the best within yourself, then you can definitely be a confident person who will definitely see success across your life. Next. So, of all these inputs that I tend to give to you in this particular session, I always urge all of you that you have to try to be, next ma'am, job ready by just looking at the requirements and matching your abilities. Next. Career ready. I have already planned right from my education. I have planned where I have to go. Now I have taken my job also, and I have got a particular long-term plan where I want to see myself after 10 years. And then next, ma'am. Life ready because now I know what I am, what are my qualities, and now I can prove myself across any personal interactions or professional interactions which I come across in my life. So always try to be job ready, career ready, as well as life ready. Next slide, ma'am. Let's discuss. So I'm done. Whatever the inputs that I intend to give you, I tried my best to convey them to you. Now the session is open for any question answers or any discussions of any intellects who actually think that they can value add something here in this particular session. I'm always open for this.
Participants, do you have any queries?
There will not be questions. They can be something that you want to share, something that you have seen this particular presentation from your point of view. You can even say that, sir, this could have been this. I thought that this would have been better. So anything, any kind of suggestions, any kind of questions are always welcome.
They are replying in the chat box, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, yeah.
There is a lot of appreciation.
We are very eager to listen to your melodious voices, please. Anyone, if at all you can give us the particular opportunity to listen to your wonderful voice, we'll be very thankful. So, in absence of any concerns or any queries or any discussions to be taken forward, I uh, I forward this particular session to Neela ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your crystal clear presentation. It's mind blowing. You have explained very clearly about the entire concepts in the circle, that is C for communicate, I for identify, R for rephrase, C for confidence, L for leverage, and E for effective. Definitely, we are in a good circle, sir. I can define your presentation in your style as 7 C's of communication. Clarity in delivering the messages, completeness in the content, conciseness in your presentation, concreteness in your PowerPoints, courtesy to interact with the participants, correctness in your thoughts, and considering the target group of audience. To sum up, you have followed the 7 C's of effective communication, that is clarity, completeness, conciseness, concreteness, courtesy, correctness, and consideration. Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable presence and gracing this occasion.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the management of Kaveri College for Women for giving me this opportunity and making me able to speak to this wonderful group of student fraternity and faculty fraternity. Specifically, thanks Neela ma'am for all the coordination that you have done, and I'm really thankful to you. Thanks a lot once again. Thanks to all the participants for listening, for giving your valuable time to me. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. No duty is more urgent than returning thanks. It is with a profound feeling of fulfillment and gratitude I offer my sincere thanks to our role model management for enriching and encouraging us all along the way. I record my sincere gratitude to the towering personality of our college, our dynamic Madam Principal, Dr. Mrs. V. Sujata, for her continuous support and encouragement. You are the epitome of success, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your valuable presence to grace this occasion. Thank you, ma'am. I am glad to offer my sincere thanks to today's resource person, Dr. Kolashini Srinivas sir, Associate Professor, KL Business School, KL deemed to be University, Andhra Pradesh. Thank you very much, sir, for your mind-blowing words. I wish to express my sincere gratitude to the advisor of the program, Dr. K. Veerakumar, Head Department of Business Administration, NGM College, Pollachi, for his valuable guidance. Thank you, sir. The pleasure is mine in thanking Dr. J. Tamil Shelvi, Head Department of Business Administration, and my fellow colleagues for their support. Last but not the least, I thank all the participants across the country. Thank you, one and all. Thank you. Meet you all tomorrow. Thank you all.